and adventure guide for our community. And there are so many activities in the Chattanooga area. That's actually going to be a topic of the show at times. It's not just about finding people, helping people find activities. It can be overwhelming choosing activities because there's so many things to do. So, but I want to know, that's my job. I want to help people connect with the activities that is the best fit for them. We want to encourage people to get outside, get active, and connect in your community and support your community. That's a lot. We like to feature nonprofits. We just had John Stokes with the Eagle's Eye. I forget how to say that. I have to write it down. But he's the Birdman. I know him as the Birdman. But what a great cause that is to support, because it's birds, beautiful birds, hawks and eagles and owls that would not be able to take care of themselves. And he's able to take care of them and not just entertain us, but help us have an appreciation for their value to our environment. A quick shout out, Chicken Salad Chick. We love Chicken Salad Chick. Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. Something for everyone. And 2 locations, soon to be 3. Yes, we have the downtown location with convenient curbside pickup. We have the East Brainerd location and soon to be the Erlanger Mall location. So excited about that. And so excited about the 3rd birthday for the Gun Barrel location, the East Brainerd location, this Friday. Join us tomorrow. Be lots of giveaways and a fun time at Chicken Salad Chick on Gun Barrel. Again, Chicken Salad Chick, Chattanooga.com. And NoogaRadio Outdoors wants to promote and encourage fundamental opportunities for change to how people live. And I have Daxton Backelman from Rock Creek here with me, back with me today to help us do that. Hi, Daxton. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm really good. It's great to have you back.
I'm super stoked to be back.
Yes.
Sure.
I remember last time it was hard to stop because there was just so much to talk about. I'm like, I got to have you back quick because it's like, I mean, Daxton's going to be a regular. He'll be on a regular rotation for sure because it's not just that Rock Creek is involved in so many activities and promotes and sponsors so many activities, but we love Rock Creek. Rock Creek is a wonderful reputation for sponsoring things, small businesses and activities and nonprofits and anything to do. You have the same kind of initiative that we do here with NoogaRadio Outdoors.
Yeah, definitely getting people in the outdoors and protecting our lands and creating more access, which is totally awesome. To be with a company that has such a passion for those endeavors and to see a brighter future, for children and adults of all ages, really.
Yes. And that's what we want to encourage here. It's not just about, we want everyone to have a healthier lifestyle and take advantage of the great outdoor environment we have here. But we want people to get involved so they get that appreciation too of what we have here and help protect that and preserve that for future generations. Now let's jump right in here, Daxton, because I know that you guys have a lot coming up. We talked about chick stock last time.
Yeah.
So I don't remember though. When's chick stock coming up?
Chick stock is September 23rd. Starts at 1 p.m. and goes till about 7 p.m. And it's going to be a great family event. Basically, we're going to have live bands. We're going to have we're just putting the wheels on it now to get a bunch of other nonprofit organizations out there for people to learn more about the area and for them to access those areas and how to make that really happen. And then like I said, there's going to be food and beverage vendors out there and everything. And it's a super fun family environment. It's right there at Greenway Farms, beautiful rock quarry. And, you can walk down to the North Chickamauga Creek to, cool off if it's a hot day. But yeah, just a lot of good fun that can be had at Chick Stock.
Yes,
so.
And I haven't been out. I single mommed it here in the early 2000s, and it's been a long time since I've been out to Greenway Farm. We spent so much time out there. Yeah. I just love that area, and that's an ideal spot for an event like that.
Yeah, just with all the trails and the Boy Scouts, have put work into that area also, building some more trail systems up there and everything like that. Outdoor Chattanooga's out there, so. it's, I mean, the dog park, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the whole venue and just area that the city and county have created has been quite phenomenal. So
Now, is that event, are people able to go ahead and get tickets or register for that event at this point, or is that coming soon?
I believe that's coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have you back on in plenty of time to offer that information.
I was just thinking about you the other day. We at Rock Creek really pride ourselves on customer service and really taking care, especially making big purchases of kayaks, and maybe it's your first kayak and things like that.
Right.
But I had a couple up at off Stone Creek on Lookout Mountain, and to get to their house, you have to go right past the hang gliding.
Oh, the hang gliding
launch site, and just one of those pretty days that Thunderheads were building, and it just took like that 2 seconds to stop and at the Lookout hang gliding facility and just kind of soak in the beauty of Chattanooga and everything like that.
You'll have to be there when I run off that ramp again.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. And it's like I was telling John, I'm going to keep talking about it because I'll get sick of hearing myself talk about it, and I'll finally go do it. Because like I said, I was an active pilot for 12 years, but I haven't flown in 15 years.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm back here in an area where, oh my goodness, I can't not fly.
Yeah.
And again, I always share with people, it's not just the flying I miss. I just, I understand the culture, and I miss the camaraderie of the, it's hard for me. I went up there for July 4th, and I'm talking about, flying where they're flying now, and I haven't flown in like 15 years. So I'm like, well, I'll get up there. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to share. We'll do a live remote.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Really put the pressure on myself that way. Okay, well, tell me about SUP classes.
All right, so we are coming to an end, unfortunately, but we still have 2 more classes in August for our introductory SUP classes out at Warner Park on Tuesdays, and I believe we have August 1st and then August 8th left available. It's $15 with $3 entry into Warner Park, a beautiful facility. Bring the kids. The splash park is wonderful there. And stand-up paddleboard is just such a growing phenomenon. I think we are 100 days away from Chattajack starting today. So
should I know what that is?
Chattajack is a 31-mile race.
So that's why I do this show, is to learn.
Yeah. So Chattajack is a 31-mile race held during River Rocks. I believe it is October 28th this year.
Okay.
The man, the myth, the legend, Ben Freeberg, that has developed that along with his wife, Kimberly Freeberg. They just do a phenomenal job building the community, building people to get on these stand-up paddle boards. Every Wednesday night, they have a stand-up paddleboard race series, and that includes kayaks too. So, I mean, it's phenomenal.
It's such a craze. I've just got, and again, I'm holding myself accountable. I just got to get out there.
Yeah.
More and more of my friends are doing that, and it's just such an ideal summertime activity.
Yeah.
Because you are in the water
completely, and I think it's I think that it's time. There's not this huge allotment of time. I'm a whitewater kayaker, and my allotment of time is usually probably 5 to 7 hours just for a small run. And that's a huge chunk of your day.
That's a really good point, because that's the thing with golf and hang gliding. You do have to slot out a good amount of time. So I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what we want to do. Is if you're trying to incorporate some kind of activity, that's a huge factor.
Yeah.
And that's something I see now. I'm that much more like, I can do that.
Right.
I can make that happen.
Right.
That's the beauty of my bike. I just keep it on the back of my truck, and I always keep a change of clothes, and I can hop on my bike and go get an hour ride in. No big deal.
Yeah.
So that's a lot what we want to help you do, is find those kinds of things that you can fit into your busy schedule or your limited schedule as you can. And again, we want to keep you familiar with people like Daxton and Rock Creek, so that you're that much more comfortable calling over there and realizing there's a bunch of nice people like Daxton over there that are more than willing to help you get acclimated to something new and joining a new group and so forth.
For sure. And that's all what it's about, and that's what the point of the introductory stand-up paddleboard classes is. It's in a controlled environment. that crystal blue water that you're standing on, and just, it's fun to swim, when you swim, and the paddle techniques that I'm teaching you are really going to go a long way as far as you having good control and good muscle memory that we're developing through those classes. Again, it's only $15 and then $3 at the Warner Park, and you can find that on Eventbrite. Just put in Rock Creek SUP classes, and you will see the availability in the classes that will pop up there.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing that.
No problem.
Well, you guys have so much going on. What about what kind of back to school things are coming up?
Oh, well, that's the greatest part. We got tax-free weekend in Tennessee. It's the perfect time to come out to the annual back to school sale. And it's awesome.
When is tax-free weekend?
It's July 28th, I believe.
I thought it was coming at the end of the month.
31st. So yeah, it's definitely coming up rear end, which, I can't believe school's coming back, full swing already.
Yeah.
But we're having great sales with Patagonia and North Face, and 50% off past season merchandise, and all your favorite outdoor brands. And that includes your shoes, your Solomons, your Chacos, things like that. And so it's all happening tax-free weekend, that Friday through Sunday. So it's a really important key mark, to get your kids looking cool and staying cool during these hot days, but then also getting them ready. Maybe coming over to the outlet shop and getting them ready for the winter season and everything like that.
Now, are all your locations retail like that? I know each location seems to have a different focus.
Yeah. So our Riverside store is a paddle sports and outlet store, meaning that we usually carry opposite season of outlet clothing and things like that. But then in the winter, it's kind of cool. It turns into a ski location, so that we can get people ready for trips headed out west or up to West Virginia, places wherever you find yourself on the mountains with 2 sticks or a snowboard, So, but then our other locations do focus on the retail merchandise and awesome clothing brands that our team has put together to get people suited out for the outdoors.
Right. Well, and now there's the location at the Hubert Park. Did I say that right?
Yeah. So Hubert Fry, we have our rental facilities that we are currently operating. This weekend, Enterprise open, so that will be a mountain bike specific location, and road bike, and some cruisers and things like that. But know that there's some Trek mountain bikes out there ready to be rented. I believe that's $40 or something like that for the suspension, or $35 an hour, and then $15. But we'll get you out on those Enterprise trails, having a great time, testing out, local shop, Trek store right there in North Shore, but is a place where you can go get them. But yeah, that's the brand that we're sticking with right now. So
yeah, they're actually having a Sorba meeting there this evening at the North Shore. I had the guys, let me see if I get this right, the Southern Off-Road Bicycle Association.
Yeah,
we've had those guys on, and we'll have them back. That's a wonderful organization.
It is,
to support and connect with, to help you get acclimated to mountain bike riding.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so many things coming up. And I was just sharing, Chicken Salad Chick, we're having their third birthday at the Gun Barrel location tomorrow.
Awesome.
Well, Rock Creek has a really big birthday coming up, don't
they? September. Basically, we are hitting our 30th anniversary of being owned and operated, and with folks in Chattanooga that have been a part of the community and the growth and the positivity movement of this company that is just so phenomenal, has made so many positive footsteps in the direction.
Oh my goodness!
And for the people,
I remember Rock Creek here. It was my first when I moved here in the late '80s. I was we camped when I was a little girl, but we got away from all that, and I wasn't really encouraged to be in group sports or activity sports and so forth that when I was younger. And I was this major city girl from Dallas, Texas. We came here in the late '80s, But it didn't take me long, living on the mountain a couple times, getting into the hang gliding, and oh my goodness, I remember Rock Creek. Then that was it.
Right.
That was it. Everything we did and came from Rock Creek. If it didn't come directly from the hang gliding shop, and you just remember back then, Rock Creek already had this reputation that they organized things. It helped people find groups and get involved in group activities, and realize the importance then. That people need that help. It can be intimidating to start new things, to join new groups. It's what I love to share on here is it's not for me. I'm a joiner. I'm an extrovert. I'm a starter.
Right.
But it's still difficult.
Right.
I've had to start my own groups because it was too hard to find a group and connect with the group. And it's not that they're not out there. It's Googling isn't the answer to everything. Not everybody has SEO.
No, they don't.
They don't come up to the top when you Google, and it's so this kind of network is really important. And a lot of what I'm loving about this is the network that it's created is I want to be kind of the hub for all of us, and we can all come together and do some major events and outreaches for the whole community, which will be so much fun.
Yeah, completely. It's all, it's that whole Army aspect, as we move together, it sometimes takes a different leader, but that we follow in trust and belief in that new leader, whoever that person is, to figure out our direction to move forward and getting Chattanooga clean and healthy.
I always find myself in a position of not being a facilitator for a group of leaders, because you can't lead leaders.
No.
So if there's people out there leading the way with something, and you want to bring them together for a lot of them don't realize the support they can gain because they're so used to going and making things happen. But you kind of have to be like a facilitator, because the analogy there, it's like herding cats.
Right.
So, but I've kind of gotten that down at this point. And once you've experienced the benefit of getting all these cats together, it's just amazing what can happen. And I'm excited about contributing to creating that network. And a lot of it is too, there's a lot of people out there that are working really hard at getting something going, and they're overwhelmed, and they don't know this guy over here is doing the same thing.
Right.
And if they can come together and support, sponsor, help each other, then it's all the best. It's a win-win-win-win. Everybody wins.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the key points to Chick Stock with the North Chick Creek Conservancy. We really want to tie those aspects together in that regards, for sure, to see the movement. And I think Rock Creek is in a very supportive company of those beliefs and allowing and helping opening doors for some of those organizations also, just with their business dealings and their stakeholders in the community. So
exactly. And I do just want to remind the listener, you're listening to NoogaRadio Outdoors on AM 1240 and 92.7 FM on NoogaRadio. You may be watching on YouTube, or you may be watching on Facebook. You may be listening on TuneIn Radio or Shoutcast. And I am Cindy. I am your host of the NoogaRadio Outdoors program. And I'm visiting with Daxton Bockelman from Rock Creek. And Daxton, I want to go back while you're here and talk a little bit more, because this is a personal interest of mine. Okay. I really want to make sure I do this, because we're talking about back to school, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to let the summer get away, and I'm not going to paddleboard.
Right.
And I've never paddleboard, and I want to paddleboard.
Yeah.
So let's go back and touch on the SUP classes. Now, you said, I think I wrote it down, August 8th and August
1st and August 8th will be the last, because I believe Hamilton County schools go back August 11th or something like that. And so that, we see a little bit of a downshift in the use of the community pool and everything like that. But August 1st, August 8th, we have 2 more classes that still need to be filled up. Basically introductory to stand-up paddle boarding.
So where is the class conducted?
It is held at Warner Park, right by the Chattanooga Zoo, the softball fields, that whole area.
So it's in a pool.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I was just, yes. And that is so much more less intimidating.
Right. Yeah. And then that's what I hear from everybody. That, you know, it's funny. I get a huge following from Dalton, Georgia. I mean, literally, like, I feel like most of my class participants come from Dalton because there's not really any water access. You know, there's some lakes down there and things like that, but, you know, they don't want to come up here and jump right on the river. And, but they make the effort to come up for this nightly class held from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And they absolutely love it. And they're like, oh, we got so many pools down here. Like, you want to come down here and teach us? But, you know, it's it's great.
It might get to with the popularity of this particular activity. It may very well get to that. You'll have some satellite classes out there.
But, you know, like we were talking about, it only takes an hour long, right? And so it's just an hour of your day. And that's really what I'm trying to focus on, is to show people that, you know, stand-up paddleboarding does not need to be this like huge expedition type mentality where you got to make sure you got some, you know, snacks or things like that. We're just smart. We're starting off really small with it, right? And so when you can show that to the people, then they kind of get it, and they're like, oh, I can just pull up to Chickamauga Dam, or I can go to my local pond, or, you know, if I live on a farm, I can go to my farm and I get 30 minutes of exercise. And that's what it's there to promote. It's just a healthier lifestyle for individuals.
It gets, you know, there's a lot of people that are down there on the riverfront,
right?
And that current looks very intimidating. So it is important that people understand that you don't have to start there.
Yeah.
That looks like the place to go, because that's where you see it so much.
Yeah.
But I know of a lot of people that they said, no, we go down to the dam. We don't worry about any of that.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can actually start in a pool,
right?
That I have no excuse now for not showing. Do you know what day of the week that
it is? It is a Tuesday. I always hold them on a Tuesday.
Tuesday evenings are good for me early in the month. I do 2 radio shows that day, but after 3, I have no excuse for not being there on August 1st. So I'm making that commitment right now.
Awesome.
And I will be so excited to share my experience and have you back on soon after that, because you can tell I'm kind of an excitable person. So I'll be really excited to share about my experience and the new activity that I learned with Rock Creek offering their STEP classes, along with all the other activities that we mentioned here today. And we'll have Daxton on again soon. Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure having you on.
I love hanging out with you. It's a good time, and it's fun just to kind of get this all out. So,
yeah, awesome.
I appreciate it.
We'll have Daxton on again, and we just thank you for joining us today. And that's a wrap.
The Tennessee Valley's news, talk, and sports leader. NoogaRadio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM. 3, 2, 1. Chattanooga Radio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM's news now.
Chattanooga cops say a woman's been shot on Cypress Street courts at 1:30 a.m. Thursday morning. Her body was apparently pulled out of an apartment building, and an investigation is ongoing. Findings of a year-long investigation into possible conflict of interest in the sheriff's office in Bradley County regarding Sheriff Eric Watson have been turned into a grand jury. The findings of the investigation have not yet been disclosed, and no charges have been filed as of now. Jonathan E. Walker, the driver of the bus involved in the Woodmore bus crash, is charged with 6 counts of vehicular homicide, but his attorney believes that he should be put in an alternative sentencing program which would divert him out of the criminal justice system. The plan will be put before a judge for consideration. The county commission has rescinded a resolution in a 7-2 vote, which would have required the Chattanooga Visitors Bureau to follow county purchasing, travel, and expense policies. Commissioners Tim Boyd and Randy Fairbanks voted to keep the resolution.